A while ago, Genshin answered the question of what would happen if you put Roblox into a gacha game, and it went about as well as you expect. So when Genshin announced the Miliastra, I was actually quite excited for it, because I like game modes that are based off of other video game genres. I actually play those game modes more than the games that they're based off of. But when the Miliastra was released, there was a lot of bugs and issues with it. The majority of that was drowned out for the hate of the actual gacha portion of the game mode. But I like to give a game mode a couple of months before I properly judge it, and let it build its own small community and let the developers fix a few bugs. But at this point, I think it's about time for a proper review. So you might be wondering what qualifies me to give my meaningless review to random people on the internet that I do not know, and that is I played way too much of the game. That's it. That's all. And you might be wondering, what kind of twisted psychopath would put 40 hours into the Miliastra? And the answer to that is, I got bored. There's nothing else. It's not that deep. I think we should start off with the main focus of the Miliastra, which happens to be the best part. And the Miliastra consists of a bunch of mini-games that people have made, ranging from games that were recreated in the Miliastra to people's own games that they made, or trivia to out your friends. How messed up are you? What kind of fetishes are you hiding?
I want to fail so bad. That would have been embarrassing for me if I didn't get that one.
Or accidentally out yourself.
Pass
Oh wait,
him.
I won.
Wait,
I did it!
that's suspicious.
Oh wait,
That's suspicious.
That's suspicious.
I don't think I should have won this
I don't know
game.
if you want to win this
Yeah, I
one.
don't think I want to win this. Hey, someone else won. There we go. I'll just stay here in the corner. But there's still one problem with these games, and that is it's best enjoyed playing with friends. I mean, you can play it solo, it's just not nearly as enjoyable. And there's just something to playing games that range from very poorly made to actually pretty good. And that asks the question of, is this really a problem? So, I've been playing Genshin since Inazuma was released, and back then there weren't very many things that you can do in co-op. You had your domains, weekly bosses, occasional events here and there, but besides that, that was about it. And there was quite a big part of the community that wanted more things they could do in co-op. And since then, we've gotten the Genshin TCG, the Miliastra Melodies, and the Miliastra. But these weren't really well received, so what happened? So I think it's because Genshin at its core is an open world game that focuses on its characters and story, and sometimes combat, so whenever you deviate from that, you run the risk of alienating your player base, and I think Genshin's other two game modes represent that perfectly. That is the Myriad Melodies and the Genshin TCG. When these game modes first came out, they were pretty well received, they were well made, but it quickly died off because people weren't too interested in playing a rhythm game or a card game. But they had their own small communities, and eventually turned into one of those things that you see in the special program and you go, oh yeah, that still existed. But what if you take all these flaws in these game modes and put it into a big game mode that updates every single version, is not well received at the beginning, you get the Miliastra, which at times feels like an entirely different game. And look at the marketing for this, they even market it like it's a different game. Genshin X Miliastra. Why wouldn't they just make a different game entirely? Oh, that's why. The mannequin, the main avatar that you get to play in the game, and you can customize however you want. And they even give you access to the other gender of mannequin if you want. While this isn't the best avatar system I've seen in a game, it isn't the worst. What is the worst is the actual way you get the outfits. The gacha system. I initially didn't want to talk about this because there's been loads of videos talking about how bad this gacha system is, but I couldn't really talk about the Miliastra without bringing up the gacha system, and most of those videos just talk about the limited banner and not any of the other ways that you can get outfits. So I thought I would start with the best ways to get outfits and then gradually make our way to the worst. And the best way to get an outfit is through this event that they run each version, and all you have to do is play 2 Miliastra games 5 times over the course of a week, and do that 4 times out of 6 weeks, and then you can get the entire outfit. And yes, this is the best way to get an outfit. It does not get better from here. Then we have the standard banner, which at first glance doesn't look too bad. There's a lot of 4-star outfit options, there's a lot of 2-star, 3-star clothing options. The first problem lies within these 2-star and 3-star clothing options. So whenever you wish, you have the chance of getting a duplicate of an item that you already have. So it basically makes it impossible to get every single item. So even though I've gotten basically every single wish that you can get in this game, I have only gotten around 65% of all the clothing options, which sucks, so if I really wanted this shirt, it's basically impossible to get it. But what about these 4-star outfits? Well, in order to get one of these 4-star outfits, you gotta get really lucky or spend 70 pulls. And that's fine because they give around 70 pulls per version. But what the main issue is whenever you get one of these 4-star outfits, you have to choose between the male or the female version of the outfit, and that's usually fine for me because I only care about the male version of the outfit. But what sucks is whenever you pull again, you have the chance of getting the female version of the outfit that you didn't want. So instead of spending 70 wishes, it's really 140. So I have to spend 2 versions doing every single little thing to get the wishing currency to get one outfit that I care about. That sucks! So now you might be wondering, what is the best way to get the wishing currency in the Miliastra? And that would be the Battle Pass. If you complete the whole Battle Pass, you get 20 wishes. But if you do all the weekly missions, you get 5 wishes each week. And all you have to do is log into the Miliastra 3 times in a week and complete 15 Miliastra games, and then you get 5 wishes. But this resets each week for 6 weeks in a version cycle. And remember, you need to do everything in a version cycle twice to get guarantee one outfit for a certain gender. So you need to log into the Miliastra 36 times and complete 180 Miliastra games to guarantee one outfit. That is absurd! So next we have 2 paid outfits, and the first one is quite reasonable, because if you get the normal battle pass, you get the premium one for free, which is actually quite nice. And the second outfit is the outfit in the shop, which costs $15 to get. But if you want to get both outfits for the discounted price, it will cost you $30 because the $15 bundle is just barely not enough. But I don't have too much problems with the price of these outfits. Do I wish it was like $10 instead of $15? Yeah, but I've seen way worse. Speaking of worse, we have the limited banner that has 1 5-star outfit and 3 4-star outfits. So let's say I want this 4-star outfit. Well, you're guaranteed 1 4-star outfit each 10 pulls, and it costs around $20 for one 10 pull. Well, when you pull, you still have a 1 in 3 chance of getting any of these outfits. So, let's say I get this outfit instead of the one that I want. Well, next 10 pull, I still have a 50-50 chance of getting the outfit that I want. So, one outfit that you actually want costs from anywhere between $20 to $60, and it's most likely going to cost you from $40 to $60 instead of that $20. And we finally made it to the 5-star outfit, one of the biggest scams I've seen in a random game mode that doesn't have to do anything with the main game. So if you want this 5-star outfit, it costs anywhere from $2 to $185. It's probably going to be closer to that $185. And a reminder, this does not come with the opposite gender mannequin. There is a separate banner for that. So if you want both of those, it'll cost you $360. Well, let's say you're in a good financial position and you have money to burn and you want everything in this banner. Well, if you pull this twice, you get 1 reskin of the 5-star outfit. Very impressive, I know. So if you want both the genders of the special outfit, that'll cost you $720 just for outfits in a separate game mode that doesn't have to do anything with the main game. But what if I were to tell you, this isn't even the main problem with the Miliastra? So remember how I was talking about the Genshin TCG and the Myriad Melodies and how they kind of fell off because no one was too interested in playing a rhythm game or a card game? Well, it turns out even less people are interested in playing off-brand Roblox, and if you look at the latest Hoya Lab post for the latest update for the Miliastra, it has way less views than even the Genshin TCG or the Myriad Melodies, and that is a huge problem because this game mode is so much bigger than those two. It gets 7 new outfits and a whole new lobby each update, and this has made people feel like this is taking away from the main game. And if you look at the latest Mondstadt expansion that people have been waiting years for, it is so tiny. And I know there's another area to this, but this is small, and people have been waiting years for this. Just a reminder to know that's confirmed, and hopefully that just means that they're focusing on Snezhnaya. But Genshin has already soaked millions of dollars into this game mode. They're not going to shut it down. So what other redeeming qualities does the Miliastra have that I have not covered? We have the actual game creation system that I have not touched, so I can't really give a proper review for this. You have the personal lobbies, which is basically just a worse Serenity bot. You have the profile system, which you can showcase your mannequins. That's cool, I guess. I got it. The level system. So if you play more Miliastra games, you slowly level up, or you just look up an XP game and then you get so much more XP than playing in normal Miliastra games. But if you level up to 20, get more rewards for the standard banner wishes. But if you level up all the way to 50, you get a whole new background. Very crazy. And if you get up to level 100, you get a really special background. Does this affect anything in the actual game? No, except for this actual XP label that when you load into a game, people can see. But besides that, there's nothing. So why did they even add this? Only like 2 people ever are gonna see this. It's quite pointless. Who would actually level this up? Alright, I had to delay the video because of this, and the new version's probably out, but nothing significant really has changed for the Miliastra, but I'm almost level 151 and ready to see the new background. After 7 months and only missing 1 week because I sometimes have a life, we're about to see how special this new background is. This game mode sucks.